Since this is a very short class, small class, let's do some introductions. I'll start with myself. Hello. I'm Hershey, and as you can see, I have some experience in quality assurance and process improvement, and I'm going to talk about Agile testing today. I have some certifications. You might have seen these. Who can tell me about this? Anybody who knows what this is? This is something called PMAP. I don't know if you have heard about this methodology. It's a testing methodology, and it sits very well with Agile. We'll talk a little bit more about this in my presentation ahead, but I encourage you all to look at it, to research it, search it, Google it, then you go back. Okay, moving on. Okay, so introductions. Can we quickly have names of everybody and what company you work for and what work you do quickly? Just 10-second introductions. Let's start from here.
My name is Brandon, work for Agile Interactive and I'm QA.
Cool.
Randall, work for Agile Interactive. All in.
Great.
Shayna, QA at Pearson.
Divya, I'm a QA lead at 360 Vantage.
Sean, I work for Blueprint Consulting, and I'm mostly automated testing and some manual testing.
Great. Let's keep going.
I'm Spencer. I work for IHS Incorporated and I'm in a QA position.
Great.
I'm Enrico Romano. I work for Sage Software, QA.
Okay.
My name is Brad Boys. I do automation QA for IHS.
Okay.
My name's Brad. I'm a IT manager for a small nonprofit.
Judy Faulkner, IHS QA manager.
Bob Reading, Sage Software, currently QA.
Okay.
Curtis Miller. I work for Evaluate Twin. I'm a QA engineer.
And I'm Andrew. I work for Sage also, and I'm QA.
Okay.
I'm Asif. I'm also QA at Scottsdale Insurance.
And we missed you.
Oh, my name is Eric Pope. I work for Honeywell, and I am in the engineering test group.
Great. So welcome on, and we'll move on. I have a lot of slides, and I was, I attended the last two sessions, and I've seen how they had to rush through some of the stuff. So I'll try not to do that in the end, and just take enough time. But if we get into some discussions that are going a little bit more into deep than we think is good for the class, then we can take them a little bit after the class. Since this is the last session of today, I think it is good. We can discuss as much as we want after this class. Okay, so let's go on the next slide. So I want to, before I start talking about Agile testing and what I have in the presentation, let me thank Sujeti. So I work for Sujeti. Sujeti USA is a Capgemini firm. I'm pretty sure you all must have heard about Capgemini Consulting. And we at Sujeti believe a lot in learning and training alongside of our 40-hour weeks. So Sujeti helps us spend 10, 15 hours a week or as much as we want to learn and to learn new technologies, new trends, read things. So a lot of this material that I have here is not just my work, but a collaborative effort of other Sujetians that they have done in the past. Quality tree, I don't know how many of you know about Elizabeth Hendrickson. She is one of the first Agile testing adopters. And she has this website. She has another website called testobsessed.com. And very, very good material. She actually presented a couple years ago in Google Talks, Google Tech Talks, and it's a very so about so-and-so database issue, then this is the way we resolved it, and this is the way it worked out. So I really like that. And then extreme testing environment. I have taken bits and pieces from this, but I still like the one by Lisa and Janet more useful to implement. Okay. Okay, so we all know how traditional development works. So I've called traditional development rather than waterfall because not many companies are doing waterfall, or at least they think they are not. And they think that, if they're not agile, they are at least iterative. But it is also iterative waterfall. So instead of calling it waterfall or iterative or anything, it's the traditional way. Agile is the new way. And a lot of companies are adopting it. The 2011 version 1, I don't know how many of you have heard about version 1, but it's the Agile software, Agile tool to plan and put stories in backlog, create a backlog and all those sort of good stuff. They create a report every year, and 2011 report said that 72% of the organizations are doing Agile or are trying to or planning to go Agile in the next 2 years. So lot of organizations moving to the new trend.
72% of how many organizations?
72% of the organizations they surveyed, I guess. So I don't know what kind of organizations they surveyed. There's probably more detail on their website. But I can show you a sample. I have a 2008 report sample. I'll show it to you at the end. But